Okay, so now we'll go over the defenses against negligence. So it's important that the person knows the primary assumption of risk. They voluntarily participated, but it's our duty to provide a safe event. Uh, Forms which describe assumption of risks. So when we host our dual meets, there's an assumption of risk. They understand that they're participating in a certain track meet, and there are waivers for participants that they must sign prior to participating in our event, which state the possibility of occurrences um, which accidents may occur, and then whether you're leasing your facility. If leasing, make sure you have a checklist to assure facility meets safety standards. So prior to leasing or considering leasing your facility, make sure that it's up to par with all the safety standards and making sure that they meet ADA requirements, making sure that the proper personnel have the keys and access to entry points and exit points for emergency personnel to come in. Renting your facility shouldn't even come into question if you know your facility isn't up to par with all the safety standards, and also uh, knowing which paperwork has to be filled out in order to rent your facility if that's even an option. Also, equipment rental. Assure that your equipment is in full working condition. Whether you're selling equipment, buying equipment, just make sure that out of the box you can't just assume that it's in full working condition. Making sure that all the parts provided were have meet obviously the safety standards. We've received equipment that's had small, minute flaws, but those small, minute flaws can end up being can become an accident in the future. So, all those key points. Just assure that you're responsible with all the forms and paperwork that needs to be filled out through your district. Know your district rules. Um, and yeah, those are the big highlights for defending against negligence.